immigration order is said to keep Americans safe. However, it's caused chaos at airports all across the country, and many are wondering if it's really in the name of national security.
Security expert and retired FBI special agent in charge Michael Tabman is here with more. And Michael, let's talk about national security. Are there any implications that this order that's just been signed by President Trump will have on our national security?
I don't think it'll have a positive impact. If we look at those who are targeted, so to speak, people traveling on official U.S. government documents, travel documents, people trying to enter through the refugee program, they have not been the source of terrorist threats to this country. So I don't see that this is going to really help us in a national security perspective.
And we heard today from Senator John McCain, we've heard from a number of Republicans who believe that this will actually fuel ISIS and other terror groups even more. Do you feel like that could happen, that it will almost kind of help their propaganda?
I do agree with that. If we look at ISIS, they are a propaganda machine. They're always looking for something that the United States has done or said that be perceived as anti-Muslim. And if you look at this action and you look at the total picture of what candidate Donald Trump said about banning all Muslims, it certainly could be perceived as that. So I think this will fuel ISIS propaganda and could incite some sort of homegrown terrorist activity against the United States.
Frightening. We hope that doesn't happen. All right, let's talk about Kansas Citians. If we're getting ready to travel out of KCI, does this change anything? Does it change any security protocol at the airports?
I don't think it'll change anything for the average traveler here. Certainly not domestic travel, and certainly not most of us leaving the country. This is for people coming into the country from certain criteria other countries. You
were talking about some of the terror attacks, and we know already that this particular order would not have prevented, for example, the Orlando shooting and the mass shooting there. Do you think this will really prevent terror attacks in the grand scheme of things?
I don't think it'll prevent terror attacks. I know we're looking at, can we improve security, and it never hurts to review that. But again, what are we looking at? So for example, discussions on checking people's social media. That conversation started back with San Bernardino. Anybody trying to infiltrate the country now through refugee program or anywhere where they're going to be vetted, they're going to clean their social media. Once they know they're going to be looking at that, they're not going to leave those kind of footprints around. So I don't know that anything more than what we're doing is going to provide more security. We have to keep in mind that those coming through the refugee program don't just hop on a plane and come here and say, I want to be a refugee. They go through a very long process. It takes 18 months, 24 months. I don't know that someone who's planning to be a terrorist wants to put himself on the target like that to be vetted. So I don't think it's a high risk.
Interesting perspective. Mr. Tabman, thank you for coming in. We
Thanks
appreciate
for having
it.
me.
Thanks. We appreciate it.
And for more information on the immigration orders, you can